Welcome, adventurer. You will be stepping into the dark and mysterious world as Kathy, a powerful necromancer with a lawful evil alignment. As a sage, your high intellect and wisdom have gifted you with skills in arcana, intimidation, and religion. You are equipped with a spellbook full of forbidden knowledge, a staff of arcane power, and black robes that speak volumes of your dark intentions. Kathy, a symbol of dark beauty with her black hair and slim figure dressed in dark clothes, is in her 20s and has a grand plan to overthrow the king of this land. Your journey will be filled with magic, danger, and intrigue. Are you ready to wield your power and reshape the world's order? Let's embark on this unforgettable adventure. Let us begin. You are currently in your ritual chamber, a place shrouded in shadows and mystery. The chamber is filled with ancient symbols and runic circles that glow with a faint, eerie light. The air smells of old parchment and dark magic. You can hear the crackling fire of the nearby sconces, providing some warmth in the otherwise cool, stone chamber. On your desk lies a book of necromantic lore containing the specifics of the resurrection ritual you need to raise the fallen army of Valuria. Your plan is to journey to the ruins of Valuria, a hidden underground city that was destroyed by the king's army. The path through the dark forest of Valuria is treacherous and filled with unknown perils, but it is the only way to reach the city. Once inside the ruins, you must find the remains of the fallen army and bring them back to life using the powerful necromantic ritual. Remember, the journey ahead is fraught with danger, not just from the king's men but from the very forest itself. Be vigilant and use your wits to overcome the challenges that lie ahead. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base tape has been chosen. Read the ritual. What do we need to do? You pick up the ancient tome, its pages brittle and yellow with age. As you flip through it, the dark symbols and cryptic words resonate with a power that only you can understand. The ritual you seek is complex and requires several key components. Firstly, you must obtain a relic of the fallen army, a tangible connection to the soldiers who once lived. Second, you must gather the nightshade blossom, a rare flower that only blooms under the moonlight in the darkest corners of the Valurian forest. It is a potent component in necromantic rituals. Lastly, the ritual must be performed at the stroke of midnight, when the barrier between the world of the living and the dead is at its thinnest. Once you have all the components, you must recite the incantation written in the book while holding the relic and the nightshade blossom. If performed correctly, the dead will answer your call and rise once again. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base tape has been chosen. Set off into the forest in search of Nightshade. You gather your belongings, ensuring your staff and spellbook are securely strapped to your side, and then you set off into the dark forest of Valuria. The forest is thick and imposing, its canopy so dense that it blocks out much of the sunlight. A chorus of strange bird calls echoes through the air, but nothing that suggests immediate danger. As you venture deeper into the forest, the undergrowth becomes increasingly dense. Brambles and twisted tree roots reach out like gnarled hands from the forest floor, making your journey a challenging one. You must be careful to avoid these obstacles and not lose your way in this labyrinth of green and brown. You remember that the nightshade blossom grows in the darkest corners of the forest. It's going to be a difficult search, as you will need to delve deep into the forest's shadowy depths. Let's see how well you navigate through this dense forest. Roll a d20 for a survival check. You rolled 19. A roll of 19. Your keen eyes and honed survival instincts serve you well as you navigate through the dense undergrowth with relative ease. You find a hidden path, a narrow, winding trail barely visible under the thick foliage. This path leads you deeper into the forest, towards an area where the sunlight struggles to pierce through the thick canopy. This is the type of place where nightshade blossoms are known to grow. As you push through the last of the brambles, you spot a patch of peculiar flowers growing near a large, moss-covered rock. The dark purple petals seem to stand out even in the dim light. You recognize them as nightshade blossoms. You carefully pick one, mindful of its poisonous nature, and store it securely in a vial. With the first component of the ritual in your possession, you feel a sense of accomplishment, but the task is far from over. The relic of the fallen army still needs to be found. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Using my magic, I begin to recite an incantation to summon my familiar spectral wolf. My beloved befurred guide, named Bonus Hole, demanding it guide me to the relic of the army. You clutch your staff tightly in your hand and begin to chant the incantation. The air around you seems to chill as your words fill the forest, echoing through the silence. You can feel the arcane energy pulsating from your staff as a spectral form begins to take shape in front of you. With a final word of power, the spell takes effect, and your faithful familiar, Bonus Hole, manifests before your eyes. The spectral wolf, with its translucent form and eyes glowing with an otherworldly light, looks at you with recognition and loyalty. You instruct Bonus Hole to sniff out the relic of the fallen army. The spectral wolf's nostrils flare as he picks up on the scent of long-lost battles and fallen warriors. With a quiet growl, he turns and starts leading you deeper into the forest. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. The Shademaster has been chosen. Follow Bonus Hole while keeping aware of surroundings. As you follow Bonus Hole, you keep your senses sharp, scanning the shadowy forest for any signs of danger. The spectral dwarf moves with a ghostly grace, weaving through the undergrowth with ease while you follow behind. The forest around you is eerily silent, save for the occasional rustle of leaves and the distant hoot of an owl. As you continue your journey, Bonus Hall suddenly stops and starts to growl. His spectral form seems to bristle, and his eyes glow brighter. It seems that he has sensed something ahead. Roll a d20 for a perception check, to see if you can discern what lies ahead. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, your eyes quickly adjust to the dim light of the forest depths. You see the faint outlines of ruined structures ahead, almost completely reclaimed by the forest. Ivy and moss cover the stone, and trees grow where grand halls once stood. This is the forgotten city of Valuria, its glory long faded but not completely lost. Yet, Bonus Hall's stiffened posture and low growl suggest something else. There is a rustling in the shadows, a figure moving with an unsettling, shambling gait. Out from the undergrowth, a decayed figure emerges, a skeleton, a remnant of the fallen army you seek, lost in time and not completely at rest. It seems your journey to the ruins has not gone unnoticed. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. The Shademaster has been chosen. Shatter the undead, pulling loose the strings of magic that keep it alive. With a swift move, you raise your staff, calling upon your necromantic power to unravel the magic holding the skeleton together. As a necromancer, you understand better than most the delicate threads that bind the undead to this world. Roll a d20 for an arcana check to determine the success of your attempt to disrupt the magic within the skeleton. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, your knowledge of necromantic arts proves to be quite effective. You tilt your staff towards the advancing skeleton, uttering a chant that reverberates through the air. A wave of dark energy emanates from your staff and strikes the skeleton. The magic holding the skeleton together begins to falter. Its movements become erratic for a moment before it collapses. The bones scatter on the forest floor, the dark magic animating them now dissipated. You have successfully dealt with this undead guardian, but you remain aware that there may be more lurking in the shadows. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total Blackout Painting has been chosen. Cast a spell to detect any more nearby undead presences. You prepare to cast a spell to sense any traces of undeath around you. With your staff in hand, you start to chant an incantation under your breath, words of power that will reveal the unseen and sense the presence of the undead. Roll a d20 for an arcana check to determine the success of your detection spell. You've rolled 9. With a roll of 9, you concentrate and release the detection spell. A wave of energy emanates from you, seeping through the ground and the air, searching for the spectral signature of Undeath. The feedback from the spell is a bit hazy, perhaps due to the heavy magical residue in this place, or maybe the spell wasn't as effective as you intended. However, you don't sense any immediate presence of the undead nearby. It seems safe, for now, but the uncertainty leaves you on edge. With the immediate threat dealt with, you are free to search for the relic of the fallen army. Bonus Hole seems eager to continue with the search. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Using my own necromancy, Resurrecting this guardian as my personal thrall, and send it to seek other undead to bring before me, so that they may serve as houseguards as we seek the relic. With a commanding voice, you begin the incantation to raise the fallen skeletal guardian. Your hands move in complex patterns as you weave the spell, reaching out to the threads of Undeath that still cling to the bones. Roll a d20 for an Arcana check to determine the success of your resurrection spell. You rolled 11. With a roll of 11, you pour your energy into the spell. The scattered bones on the ground start to rattle and shake, then slowly piece themselves back together. The skeletal guardian rises once more, but this time under your command. You order your new thrall to search for other undead creatures and bring them before you. The skeleton nods, its empty eye sockets glowing with a faint light, and lumbers off into the ruins. As you wait for your thrall's return, you feel Bonus Hole's spectral presence by your side, providing you a sense of comfort. You are one step closer to raising the army you need to overthrow the king. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Plague Broker has been chosen. Using my necromancy to call upon the fallen spirits, asking them to lead me to the relic so that they may rise once more and serve me. With your mind focused on the task at hand, you begin to chant a dark incantation, reaching out to the spirits of the fallen soldiers that haunt these ruins. Your voice resonates through the air, a beacon for the restless dead. Roll a d20 for an Arcana check to determine the success of your attempt to communicate with the spirits of the fallen soldiers. You rolled 6. With a roll of 6, you pour your energy into your spell, hoping to reach out to the spirits of the fallen. However, the whispering wind and the echoing silence are the only responses you get. It appears the spirits are either unwilling or unable to guide you to the relic at this time. Despite this setback, you remember your underlying resolve and the plan you have set in motion. You decide to continue your search for the relic with Bonus Hole at your side and your thrall searching the depths of the ruins. The spectral wolf seems to have picked up a scent and begins to lead you towards the heart of the ruined city. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. "4 AM has been chosen. Using the skill Religion to let you know what the relic is and the powers it has. As a sage with proficiency in religion, you're aware that the relic you seek is a sacred artifact of the fallen Valurian army. It's known as the Sigil of Valuria, a symbol of their courage and unity. It's said that this sigil was carried by the army's commander and embodies the spirit of the fallen soldiers. The sigil holds immense power, especially for those who command the forces of necromancy. Not only can it act as a potent beacon for the spirits of the fallen, but it also has the potential to amplify your necromantic powers. When used in rituals, it could potentially raise a more powerful army than you could without it. Roll a d20 for a religion check to recall more about the exact location or any hidden attributes of the sigil. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16, your knowledge of religious lore proves fruitful. You recall that the Sigil of Valuria was last seen with the fallen commander of the army on the battlefield. If the tales are true, then the commander made his last stand at the heart of the city, near the grand statue of Valuria's patron deity. In terms of hidden attributes, it is said that the sigil is imbued with a divine blessing. This blessing not only strengthens the holder's necromantic abilities but also binds the resurrected army to the holders will more firmly, preventing them from turning against their master. Armed with this knowledge, you feel more confident in your quest. Bonus Hole seems to have picked up a scent and is leading you towards the heart of the city, possibly to the grand statue itself. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total Blackout Painting has been chosen. Follow your companion into the heart of city and try to raise dead on your way. With Bonus Hole leading the way, you venture further into the heart of the ruined city. As you pass the skeletal remains of fallen soldiers, you decide to test your necromantic powers, attempting to raise the dead as you go. Roll a d20 for an Arcana check to determine the success of your necromantic spell. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16, your necromantic spell is quite successful. As you walk through the ruins of Valuria, you chant a powerful incantation, infusing the air with dark, magical energy. One by one, the skeletal remains of fallen soldiers begin to stir and rise. Their empty eye sockets glow with an eerie light as they fall into step behind you, their new master. You now have an entourage of undead soldiers following you. The sight of you, a solitary necromancer with a spectral wolf at your side, leading a growing host of the undead, is a spectacle that would make anyone's blood run cold. Bonus hole, seemingly unfazed by your undead companions, leads you towards the heart of the city where the grand statue stands, and hopefully, where the sigil of Valuria lies. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Have the undead kill anyone they see. Then add him to the army. Your command to the undead is clear. Any living being they encounter is to be eliminated and then joined to your growing army. This decision will surely make your journey more dangerous, potentially attracting more attention to your cause. As you continue to move deeper into the ruins, the undead soldiers follow your orders to the letter. The eerie silence of Valuria is occasionally broken by the clatter of bones and the brief struggles of unfortunate creatures that cross your path. Roll a d20 for an Arcana check to determine how effective your undead soldiers are in carrying out your orders and adding more to their ranks. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, your undead soldiers prove to be incredibly effective. They move with a terrifying efficiency, taking down any creatures that cross your path. Each fallen creature is then quickly raised and added to your ranks, your army growing with each step you take towards the heart of Valuria. Despite the grim nature of your task, you can't help but feel a sense of satisfaction. Your plan is coming together, and the fallen king's army, now yours to command, is growing stronger with each passing moment. Continuing through the ruins, Bonus Hole leads you to a grand square, dominated by a towering statue. Could this be the place you were seeking? Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total Blackout Painting has been chosen. Create a cadre of elite troops that are not only fierce soldiers but also amazing dancers. Have a dance-off with the troop. In the midst of this desolate ruin, your command is unexpected, but it brings a spark of life and amusement to a grim situation. You decide to select the most agile and flexible of your undead soldiers to form an elite cadre, not just of warriors, but of dancers as well. With a series of commands and a few demonstrations, you begin to teach them a simple routine. It's a strange sight, the undead soldiers attempting to mimic your moves, their rusty joints creaking as they move. Now, it's time for a dance-off. Roll a d20 for a performance check to determine the success of your dance-off with the undead troop. You rolled 20. With a roll of 20, it's a critical success. You dance with a fervor and grace that seems to inspire even the lifeless soldiers. They match your steps with surprising accuracy, their movements synchronizing with yours. The hauntingly beautiful dance routine echoes through the ancient ruins, a surreal performance played out in the heart of a fallen city. For a moment, the ruins of Valuria seem to come alive with an eerie, ethereal beauty. Having completed this unexpected interlude, you refocus on your mission. The towering statue looms over you, weathered by time but still impressive. The relic you seek could very well be here. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total blackout painting has been chosen. Inspect the statue to see if your dance revealed anything. You begin to inspect the statue, looking for any traces of the relic or anything that might have been revealed during your dance. You begin to inspect the statue, looking for any traces of the relic or anything that might have been revealed during your dance. Roll a d20 for an investigation check to determine what you find. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16, your keen eyes quickly spot something unusual. As you examine the statue, you notice that the shield the deity is holding has an indentation that matches the description of the sigil of Valuria. It seems that the shield itself is the sigil, a clever disguise to protect it from being stolen. However, the shield is firmly attached to the statue. You need to figure out a way to detach it without damaging the relic. Remember, the sigil is not just a symbol of the fallen army, but also a powerful tool that could amplify your necromantic powers. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base Ape has been chosen. Cast a spell to make the statue come to life, give you the shield, and join your army. Roll the realization that the shield check to determine the success of your spell to animate the statue. You begin to cast a spell to animate the statue to determine the success of your spell to animate the ancient magic that likely protects it. You rolled 8. With a roll of 8, you pour your energy into the spell, weaving a complex incantation aimed at animating the stone statue. The air around you vibrates with arcane energy, and the statue shudders slightly. However, it doesn't come to life as you had hoped. The statue is ancient and steeped in powerful magic, which seems to resist your attempt to manipulate it. The shield remains firmly attached to the statue's grip. You may need to try a different approach to retrieve the sigil. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Plague Broker has been chosen. Command my army of undead to wrench the shield out of the statue's grasp, breaking the statue if they must. With a wave of your hand, you command your undead soldiers to retrieve the shield from the statue. They move towards the statue, their eyes glowing with eerie, spectral light. Roll a d20 for a strength check to see how successful your undead soldiers are in their attempts to dislodge the shield from the statue's grasp. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, your undead soldiers spring into action. They claw and pull at the shield, their skeletal forms straining against the stone grip of the statue. There's a grating noise as stone scrapes against bone, and then a louder crack as the statue's arm gives way. The shield, the sigil of Valuria, falls to the ground. Your soldiers back away, leaving you to retrieve the sigil. As you pick it up, you can feel a surge of power coursing through it, a testament to the fallen heroes of Valuria. Now, with the sigil in your possession, you're ready to perform the ritual and raise the fallen army of Valuria. But remember, the ritual must be performed at the stroke of midnight. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Raise the sigil above my head as a sign to my loyal army, then enter the temple to wait for the witching hour. You lift the sigil high above your head, the ancient relic catching the dim light filtering through the ruins. A low, echoing growl of approval rumbles through your undead host. Their loyalty to you seems to grow even stronger, their spectral eyes gleaming with anticipation. With the sigil held high and your army at your back, you make your way towards the temple at the heart of Valuria. The temple, though weathered by time and war, still stands tall and imposing. Its once grand doors now hang ajar, allowing you passage. Inside, you find a space that resonates with ancient power, the perfect place for your ritual. As you wait for the witching hour, you prepare your spell components, the Nightshade Blossom and the Sigil of Valuria. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base date has been chosen. Wait for midnight to come. When midnight hits, perform the powerful ritual to raise all the dead in the city. As you wait in the heart of the ancient temple, the hours slip by, each tick of the clock bringing you closer to midnight. When the moment finally arrives, you can feel the surge of power, the thinning of the veil between the world of the living and the dead. You stand at the center of the temple, the Sigil of Valuria and the Nightshade Blossom in your hands. Your voice fills the silence as you begin the incantation, a dark symphony that echoes through the ruins. Roll a d20 for an Arcana check to determine the success of your resurrection ritual. You rolled 15. With a roll of 15, your voice echoes in the ancient halls of the temple, the words of the necromantic ritual seeping into the stones and soil. The energy within the sigil and the nightshade blossom reacts to your incantation, creating a dark vortex of magic around you. One by one, the fallen soldiers of Valuria, buried in the heart of the city, begin to stir. Their skeletal remains piece themselves together and rise from the earth. As they emerge, their empty eye sockets glow with an eerie light, showcasing their newfound allegiance to you. Your ritual has been a success. The fallen soldiers of Valuria now stand ready to follow your command. The king's army stands no chance against the might you've just raised. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Sharky has been chosen. Line dance. In the midst of this haunting, arcane spectacle, your command is unexpected yet not unwelcome. You decide to celebrate this success with a line dance. You, the necromancer Kathy, leading an army of undead soldiers in an eerie dance within the ruins of an ancient city. With a series of commands and a demonstration, you begin to teach the newly risen soldiers a simple routine. The clatter of their bones and the rhythm of the dance echo through the ruins, creating a surreal performance. Roll a d20 for a performance check to see how well your undead soldiers follow your lead in this unexpected dance-off. You rolled 17. With a roll of 17, your dance is a resounding success. You lead the undead soldiers in a riveting line dance, their movements surprisingly well coordinated. The sight of you, a powerful necromancer leading an army of the undead in dance, would surely be a sight to behold. The dance echoes through the ruined city of Valuria, a symbol of your victory and a prelude to the battle that awaits. With the fallen army of Valuria at your command, the king's forces stand little chance against you. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Based Ape has been chosen. Stand atop a podium and deliver an impassioned speech to your undead army as they praise their queen. You climb up onto a nearby podium, the sigil of Valuria in one hand and your staff in the other. Below you, the undead soldiers stand in silent attention, their glowing eyes focused on you. You draw a deep breath and begin your speech. You speak of the tyranny of the king, of the fallen city of Valuria, and of the brave soldiers who gave their lives defending it. You speak of the injustice done and the need for retribution. As you speak, the undead soldiers seem to resonate with your words. A low, haunting hum echoes through their ranks, a spectral choir that salutes their new queen. With your speech, you have bolstered your troops and signaled the beginning of a new era. The king will soon know the might of Kathy the necromancer and her undead army. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Sharky has been chosen. March on the king's castle, with the whole army singing a terrifying funeral dirge. With your impassioned speech echoing in their minds, your undead army falls into formation. At your command, they begin to march towards the king's castle, their hollow voices rising in a haunting funeral dirge that sends shivers down the spine. The sight of an army of the undead, led by you, a powerful necromancer, walking through the land towards the castle is terrifying. The funeral dirge is a chilling announcement of your impending arrival and a warning to the king of his impending doom. As you approach the castle, you can see the king's guard mobilizing, their faces a mixture of fear and determination. The battle that you've been planning is about to begin. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. "4 AM has been chosen. Only the living commit crime, so all a criminal all must die and join in loving me eternally. March on the city of the living, slaughter all in your way, men, women, and the children. Remembering your alignment as lawful evil, you order your undead soldiers to march on. The living, in your eyes, are the true criminals, and their punishment is death. Your words echo through the ranks, a chilling command that sets the tone for the battle to come. As you approach the city, the screams of panic and the clang of weapons being unsheathed fill the air. The king's army prepares to meet your undead host, their numbers dwarfed by the relentless tide of the undead. Keep in mind, while you command your army, you also have control over their actions. The fate of the city's inhabitants is in your hands. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Command the Grand Army of Cathy to sing a variation of Men of Harlech with lyrics to intimidate the king's soldiers. Offer them succor if they denounce the king and send him to me. With a commanding gesture, you silence the funeral dirge your army had been singing. Then, you begin to teach them a new song, a variation of Men of Harlech, the words twisted to fit your dark purpose. Your voice echoes through the still night air, a chilling symphony that makes the king's soldiers tremble. As the undead host takes up the new song, the chilling lyrics carrying far and wide. You call out to the king's soldiers, your voice amplified by the magic imbued in your staff. You offer them a choice: renounce their king and bring him to you, and they will be spared. Your words hang in the air, a challenge to the king and his men. Only time will tell how they respond. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Plague Broker has been chosen. Prepare the siege engines as I wait for their response. While your chilling offer hangs in the air, you command your undead soldiers to prepare the siege engines. With an eerie efficiency, they begin to wheel out catapults and battering rams, the looming castle walls their target. The clatter of bones and the creaking of old wood echo through the silence, adding to the tension that hangs in the air. While the siege engines are being prepared, you wait for a response to your offer. The king's soldiers seem to be in a state of shock, their expressions a mix of fear and disbelief. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total Blackout Painting has been chosen. Cast a spell that allows your voice to be heard by everyone and tell the people their king is corrupt and needs to suffer for his crimes. You raise your staff high, channeling your energy to amplify your voice. The air around you vibrates with arcane energy as your voice booms out, echoing off the castle walls and resonating through the entire city. In a voice that carries the weight of your power and conviction, you accuse the king of corruption. You tell the people of his crimes, painting a vivid picture of the tyranny and injustice he has perpetrated. Your words hang heavy in the air, a damning indictment of their king. You tell them of the punishment he must face, of the suffering he must endure for his crimes. How the people and the king's soldiers react to this revelation will determine the course of the upcoming battle. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Plague Broker has been chosen. Demand the king now, and start the attack if they refuse. Your amplified voice resonates throughout the city once more, a final demand for the king to present himself. The city falls silent, the tension so palpable it feels like a tangible force pressing down on everything. When there's no immediate response, you take it as a refusal. With a swift, decisive gesture, you command your undead army to begin the attack. The silence is shattered as the undead soldiers launch into motion, the siege engines firing as they advance on the castle. Roll a d20 to determine the initial success of your attack on the castle. You rolled 12. With a roll of 12, your undead army moves towards the castle, their movements methodical and relentless. The siege engines launch their payloads, fiery projectiles arcing through the sky and crashing against the castle walls with a thunderous impact. Yet, the castle's defenses are sturdy, and it's clear that this siege is not going to be over quickly. Meanwhile, the king's soldiers, shaken by your accusations and the sudden attack, scramble to prepare their counterattack. Their arrows fly towards your undead soldiers, their effectiveness varying against the relentless tide of the undead. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base tape has been chosen. Use my necromancy to raise all the dead in the city. Use them to disrupt the king's soldiers. As they are attacked in the city, send in my legions to attack the walls. With a wave of your staff, you begin another powerful incantation. This time, you're calling on the spirits of the city's dead, urging them to rise and join your cause. Roll a d20 for an arcana check to determine the success of your necromantic spell to raise the city's dead. You rolled 2. With a roll of 2, your spell doesn't have the impact you intended. You feel the tug of the city's spirits, but they resist your call. Their rest disturbed but not broken. It seems the dead of the city are not ready to rise and join your cause. Undeterred, you command your undead army to press the attack against the castle walls. The relentless march of your soldiers creates a terrifying spectacle as they advance, unconcerned by the arrows raining down on them. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. The Shademaster has been chosen. Command the city's dead to rise again. I will not any refused. Your determination is palpable as you channel your energy once more, your voice ringing out with a commanding tone. You demand the spirits of the city to answer your call, to rise and join your cause. Roll a d20 for an arcana check to determine the success of your second attempt to raise the city's dead. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, your determination pays off. Your voice echoes through the city, a powerful call that rings out in the night. This time, the spirits of the dead respond. One by one, the fallen citizens of the city rise, their spectral forms flickering into existence. They move towards the king's soldiers, their ghostly presence causing chaos and fear. Simultaneously, your undead army presses the attack on the castle walls. The king's soldiers are caught between the relentless advance of your undead and the ghostly apparitions of their fallen comrades. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Tell the undead to eat the living if they resist. Your command is as chilling as the night air. You order the undead to consume the living if they dare to resist. This horrifying order sends another wave of terror through the city. Your undead soldiers, previously methodically attacking, now seem to take on a more frightening and savage demeanor. Roll a d20 to determine how successful your command is and the impact it has on the ongoing battle. You rolled 3. With a roll of 3, the command to consume the living if they resist sparks chaos and terror throughout the city. However, it seems that your undead soldiers, bound to your necromantic magic, are unable to fully obey this new command. Instead, their ferocity increases, their attacks becoming more aggressive. However, the threat of being consumed by the undead remains a horrifying prospect for the living, causing even more panic and disorder in the city. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Raise the bloody flag of Cathy the Great upon the gatehouse of the city, symbolizing the first of many victories of my grand army, and have my army sing. Carve a bloody path into city. With a triumphant gesture, you raise the bloody flag of Cathy the Great upon the gatehouse of the city. The crimson banner flutters in the night breeze, a stark contrast against the pale moonlight. A symbol of your victory, a chilling promise of what's to come. Your undead army bursts into song, their eerie voices echoing through the city, spreading fear and despair among the living. The dirge they sing tells of the rise of their queen, of her victory and the promise of more to come. Energized by the sight of your banner and the song of your soldiers, you command your army to carve a bloody path into the city. The undead advance relentlessly, their spectral forms flickering like ethereal wraiths in the night. Roll a d20 to determine the success of your invasion into the city. You rolled 20. With a roll of 20, a critical success, your command is met with terrifying efficiency. Your undead soldiers, fueled by your powerful necromancy, cut through the city's defenses. Their spectral forms and relentless advance create a chilling spectacle that saps the will to fight from the enemy. The city falls quickly under your might. The living either fall or flee, their defenses crumbling under the relentless onslaught of your undead. Your bloody flag flutters from every corner of the city, a chilling reminder of who the city now belongs to. With the city claimed, your victory is undeniable. The king's armies have been defeated, their stronghold taken. Amidst the chaos and ruin, you stand triumphant, the queen of the dead. Now, you can turn your attention to the king himself. The story of Cathy the Necromancer and her undead army is just beginning. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Burn the king's keep, and then revel in the scream of those trapped in the flames. Your command rings out, cutting through the eerie silence that has fallen over the city. Your undead soldiers move to obey, setting fire to the king's keep. The flames quickly consume the lavish structure, turning it into a towering inferno. The screams of those trapped within echo through the night, a chilling symphony that brings a twisted satisfaction. The city that once stood proud is now a testament to your dark power, a monument to your victory. As the keep burns, you revel in your triumph. The city of the living has fallen, and the dead now rule. The reign of Cathy the Necromancer has begun. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Total blackout painting has been chosen. Use the king to perform a bloody ritual and become a lich. With the king now in your possession, you begin preparing for the ultimate arcane ritual. Your goal is to transcend your mortal form and become a lich, an undead being of immense power and near immortality. The ritual requires a significant sacrifice, and the king, the ruler of the city you've just claimed, is the perfect candidate. As you begin the dark incantation, the air around you grows heavy with arcane energy. Roll a d20 for an arcana check to determine the success of your transformation into a lich. You rolled 16. With a roll of 16, you begin the complex ritual. The air fills with dark energy as you chant the ancient words, your voice echoing through the ruined city. The sacrifice of the king, the ruler of the land you now lay claim to, fuels your transformation. The ritual takes hours, the arcane symbols glowing with an eerie light as they draw power from the king. Finally, as the last word leaves your lips, a surge of dark energy explodes around you. When the dust settles, you stand amidst the ruins, different yet the same. Your human form is gone, replaced by an undead visage, your power amplified beyond what it was before. You are no longer Cathy, the Necromancer. You are now a lich, an undead being of immense power. Your undead soldiers bow before you, acknowledging their new queen. The reign of Cathy the Lich has begun. Celebrate your victory and your transformation, for this is just the start of your rule. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Base Ape has been chosen. Claim the throne. Have your undead crown you and worship at your feet. Stepping up to the burnt remnants of the king's throne, you claim it as your own. The seat of power that once belonged to the king now belongs to you, the queen of the undead and the ruler of this fallen city. At your command, the undead soldiers crown you with a spectral crown, its ghostly glow reflecting off your lich form. They kneel before you, their forms bowed in subservience. They chant your name, their voices a haunting chorus echoing throughout the city. Cathy, queen of the undead, long may she reign. You've begun your reign as the queen of the undead, feared by the living and worshipped by the dead. Your story is far from over, and your rule has just begun. Congratulations on your victory. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Plague Broker has been chosen. Make sure to use my arcane magic to maintain my fair skin as I take on my undead form. Must keep up appearances. Even as a lich, you understand the importance of appearances. Your fair skin, a reminder of your human form, is something you wish to preserve. With a gesture, you channel your arcane magic, directing it towards your physical form. The magic envelops you, your skin glowing faintly before settling into its familiar fair complexion. Despite your transformation into an undead being, you've managed to preserve the fair skin that once defined you. Admiring your reflection in a broken piece of mirror, you can't help but smile. Undeath has never looked so good. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Showing of my assets, raise all the dead nearby and march upon the next kingdom, sending undead squirrel heralds to demand surrender or death. As the new queen of the undead, you revel in your power. With a swift gesture, you summon the dead from the graves. They rise to join your army, adding to your already formidable force. Your next target is the neighboring kingdom. To announce your intentions, you raise undead squirrels as your heralds. Their small spectral forms scamper off, carrying your stark ultimatum, surrender or death. The undead army, led by their majestic Lich Queen, begins its march. The sight of the eerie host moving through the land instills fear in everyone who witnesses it. Roll a d20 to determine the initial response of the neighboring kingdom to your undead squirrel heralds and your impending invasion. You rolled 15. With a roll of 15, your undead squirrel heralds deliver your message effectively. The neighboring kingdom is taken by surprise, not only by the stark ultimatum but also by the spectral squirrels delivering it. The king of this kingdom, having heard rumors of a fallen city and an undead queen, understands the gravity of the situation. He orders his people to prepare for a possible siege and sends word back with one of your squirrel heralds expressing his willingness to negotiate for peace. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. "4 AM has been chosen. The world must be yours, the world all of it must join you for eternity as my servants. All of the living must be converted to the purity of the dead. No peace but for the dead. Your resolve is absolute. The entire world must fall under your rule, all the living converted into your undead subjects. You reject the king's plea for negotiations. Peace, in your eyes, can only be achieved through the purity of Undeath. You order your undead army to press on. The spectral squirrel herald carries your response back to the king. There will be no peace, only conversion or destruction. Your march continues, the fear and anticipation growing within the neighboring kingdom. The world shall soon know the might of Cathy, the Lich Queen. Roll a d20 to determine the initial success of your attack on the neighboring kingdom. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, your undead army advances on the neighboring kingdom, their relentless march a testament to your power. The kingdom's defenses, though prepared, struggle to hold off the undead onslaught. The walls tremble under the impact of your siege engines, and the soldiers fight with desperation against your undead warriors. Even though the battle has just begun, the tide seems to be turning in your favor. The king's soldiers fight valiantly, but the terror of facing an undead army is taking its toll. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Bathe in the blood of the king and his family, then walk boldly into the city square, demanding conversion. As the battle rages on, you make your way to the king's palace. There, you find the king and his family, cowering in fear. With a swift and ruthless gesture, you end their lives, their blood serving as a symbol of your victory. You then walk boldly into the city square, the blood of the royal family staining your fair skin. Your voice rings out, echoing off the city walls, a chilling demand for conversion. You offer them a choice: join your undead ranks or face destruction. Roll a d20 to determine the reaction of the city's inhabitants to your chilling ultimatum. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, your chilling ultimatum resonates with a dread authority, spreading fear and desperation among the city's inhabitants. As they look upon their blood-stained queen, a being of immense power and undeniable terror, their resistances crumble. One by one, they fall to their knees, their voices raising in a chilling chorus of surrender. They bow to your might, accepting their fate to join your undead ranks. Your victory is absolute and your reign spreads, solidifying your rule over another kingdom. The world is slowly falling under the rule of Kathy, the Lich Queen. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. As your reign extends, your power grows. The land is steadily falling under your rule, the living becoming the dead becoming your subjects. You stand in the city square, looking upon the sea of faces turned towards you, a chilling testament to your dominion. As the Lich Queen, you have achieved much, but the world is vast, and there are more lands to conquer, more lives to convert. As you consider your next move, you feel a sense of accomplishment, but also a burning desire for more. Tag at 48 Chronicles in the YouTube live chat with your next move. Anyone is welcome to play. This will be your final action in this chapter of your story. Total blackout painting has been chosen. Have a giant twerk off. With a mischievous glint in your eye, you decide to celebrate your victory in a rather unconventional manner. You command your undead subjects to join you in a grand dance-off. As the spectral music begins to play, a haunting melody that echoes through the city, you start to move. Your twerking is a sight to behold, a display of power and dominance that is at once terrifying and strangely hypnotic. Your subjects join in, their undead forms moving in a macabre parody of dance. The spectacle is a chilling display of your absolute rule, a queen who can command the dead to dance at her whim. As the dance-off winds down, you stand in the city square, a twisted smile on your lips. Your reign as the Lich Queen has just begun, and the world has yet to see the full extent of your power. This is the end of this chapter, but your story is far from over. The echoes of the final battle fade into the distance as the desolate castle grounds stand as a testament to your victory. You, a powerful necromancer, have upended the reign of a king. The ghostly echoes of the undead army you commanded still linger, their purpose served and their rest reattained. The kingdom is now yours to rule, a land won by dark magic and the grit of fallen warriors. With the conclusion of your epic journey, we bring this adventure to a close. Thank you for playing and being a part of this immersive tale. Your choices shaped the narrative and your actions dictated the fate of a kingdom. We hope you enjoyed the game and the story we've woven together. If you'd like to see more games like this, consider supporting our Patreon. Every bit of support goes a long way in helping us create these intricate narratives. Remember, you can also help us by liking, subscribing, and sharing our channel with friends and communities you're a part of. Let's continue to grow this creative space together. If you wish to stay connected, join our Discord server. The link is available in the description. It's a place where you can chat with others who share your love for storytelling and adventure. Once again, thank you for being a part of this journey. May the echoes of your victory resonate until our next adventure together.